Good morning, good afternoon and good evening to our readers around the world, especially Norway. You know who you are. It's Paul here. This week we're giving Mike a bit of a break. His mouth is in the garage for its 200,000 mile service and he's having to do everything with hand gestures. Not so easy to demand eggs done over easy, is it now, Mike? You're in for a real treat this week with a long episode, you lucky things. As you may or may not be aware, where have you been? It really helps us if you rate, review and subscribe on your podcast app of choice, Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Stitcher, or whatever. And without further ado, let's get on with this classic episode 34. Follow you, follow me. We have a point of administration here. I just want to read out. We've been contacted via the modern technology of email by somebody called Arreste VH, and it was an interesting message. Let me read it to you.
Are we pulling one from the postbag?
Yes, we're pulling one from the postbag.
It's not a euphemism. Sorry.
We got a few of these, and it reads. It reads, for both men and women, sympathy disability kills the largest legions of Americans per year. According to the American Courage, joining heart malady, which causes heart attacks and strokes, the Canadian pharmacy kills more people than all forms of cancer combined. This is a verified and trusted source. Exit smoking and put a sustenance dirty in lucrative and sodium to lop your risk. Now there's a lesson for us all. I don't quite know how to respond, if at all.
I think. Thanks, Joss. Thanks for writing in.
If it was just, there'd be a graph with it.
There would be a graph. Well, that's interesting. We'll see if that stays in.
Yeah.
Good evening, everybody. Good evening, everyone.
Good evening.
Good. Where were we? We were
in the swamp.
Yes. We're in the swamp. We are deep into the swamp. We're in the Mist Marsh, and our heroes have been tracking 4 captured soldiers of Evenstar, or rather 3 captured soldiers of Evenstar, and a mage that was stationed at a keep on the edge of somewhere called the Mist Marsh, Blackwall Keep. They're captured in a lizardfolk raid, and our heroes have tracked the captives and their lizardfolk captors back to the lizardfolk lair, where they've basically got into some trouble with some harpy guardians. Cuthbert, brave Cuthbert Ouchsplinter, has done some invisible scouting within the passageways of the lair, and finally, after much toing and froing, they are at the entrance of the lair. Cuthbert is still invisible, tucked away in there, and they've stirred up a reaction, including stomping out into the main entrance corridor in a state of high annoyance. Seems to be the leader of the lizard folk, the king, who's bellowing sort of belligerent stuff. Also, in a final detail, Sessions Epa, cleric of misfortune, the Lady Luck, who was, you would not be surprised to learn, hanging back a little from the others, noticed a figure that had popped its head round the side of a sort of outcropping of mangaroo branches at the side of the lair and beckoned Sessions towards it. A different kind of figure. If the king is all bluster and scale and belligerence, this figure seemed slighter, more of a sort of spirit leader or something. And that is where we left things. And we left things in mid. Didn't we leave things in mid thingy? Yeah, we did. It's Parker.
Ooh, don't know what to do.
I don't know what to do either.
Are we piling in on these guys, or are we waiting?
That was a reader recap.
Cuthbert is still invisible, right?
Yeah. So Parker, Bugraft, and Sessions are standing in the entranceway to this lizardfolk lair, which is like a kind of dome of trees and tree limbs and sort of squelchy materials. Burple is just inside the entranceway, and then Cuthbert is really quite a long way down into the main part of the lair, but is invisible. And he is right next to this king figure that has stomped out with a couple of guardians.
This king guy, Does he look humanoid?
You can't see him, but
Oh, okay.
but I think I think I described last time.
He's just a larger version of the lizard men, isn't he?
That's right. He's not large as in the rule sense.
Hasn't he got 2 heads?
Hey? No, he's not got 2 heads. Okay, I know where that. No, I understand where that confusion has come from. He's not large in the rule sense. He is an imposing figure. He is. His scales are darker than other lizard folk, and more kind of burnished. He's wearing something over his shoulders like a kind of yoke or surplice, and that is marked with a couple of figures. Dan, one a sort of winged dark figure, yes, and the other a sort of overly shiny head,
Right.
one on each shoulder, and he's wearing a strange belt that looks like it's not of lizard folk manufacture. In fact, it looks as if it's the closest thing would be some sort of trophy belt or belt that was won in the tourney or in a wrestling competition or something like that. That, the sort of thing I'm talking about, a sort of ceremonial trophy.
We haven't seen it, so I suppose we can't try and.
Well, Cuthbert has seen it, and no, I know there's a bit of meta going on, but Cuthbert saw it, has seen this figure, and I sort of described it. So you can't see him, Burple, but
Okay.
no. The only other detail that I passed on to you last time was that he's carrying a trident, and that trident is crackling with a dark, sort of electric-y, sparkly energy.
Lovely.
Yeah, that was probably the bit. And then back outside the lair, then we've got Sessions, Buggeroff and Parker lurking in the entranceway. This figure that has beckoned Sessions towards them is tucked away to the south-east a little, tucked away round a little corner. But it's Parker, it's your go, sorry.
So only Sessions saw this other guy. Does he
Yes.
nudge us, or does this guy basically Sessions
He
saw
may have
him and
already
then he
done so.
ducked away? He did this beckoning and then disappeared out of sight again, or?
No, this figure is still visible they're just popping round the corner of this outcropping.
In your own time.
I think we're in a delay, wait and see what happens mode.
Right, you can do that if you want, except that you're just going to lose your round because we're not playing
I
Pathfinder.
think
You can't see these figures stomping out of the lair towards you. They're just around the corner of the entrance passageway.
I can't. Well, I can see the first one, surely. I can't see the king, but I can see the first guy. He seems to be in a line.
You might be
of
able to
sight.
just make out the first guardian as they stomp around the corner, but you can't see this king figure yourself.
Right. Well, I will just wait in this round. See what happens.
So you're just doing nothing?
I'm doing nothing. But no.
Okay. Well, we'll move on. We'll move on. That's a new one. Bugraft.
With my vast experience, I think he's going to be doing a lightning bolt. So I'm going to step 5 foot to the west, pressing myself against the entrance, out of the path of a lightning bolt, and I'm using my action to ready an action to attack anything if it rushes up.
Okay, and we move on to Burple Herpish, who is tucked a little bit further into the entranceway.
Yeah, I'm thinking of backing up, actually.
I mean, you can see this first guardian, and maybe even get the sense of the one that's sitting, sort of stomping up behind it. And you can certainly sense the presence of this larger figure that's bellowing at you, but you can't see it.
What would happen if I cast Lemon's Hut in a corridor? If the plane is broken when I cast it, would it just form a wall?
Okay, so Lemon's tiny hut. A 10-foot radius immobile dome of force springs into existence around above you, remains stationary for the duration. The spell fails if its area includes a larger creature or more than 9 creatures. Creatures and objects within the dome, and you cast the spell to move through it freely. Okay, what I would say is that it fails if you try and include too much within it.
Really?
The spell fails if its area includes a larger creature or more than 9 creatures. Yep.
Okay.
And I'm saying that therefore that I'm inferring from that there is a sensitivity in the spell about how it's cast. Therefore, I don't know that it will create a plug. I think that you'd struggle to cast it if you've not got enough volume to fit it in.
All right.
I think that's reasonable.
Can you ping where this person has come out of?
Sure. Well, and you only know this from Sessions having reported it back to you. Are you leaving to have a look?
Yes.
If you duck out of the entrance and skirt round towards the southeast, sort of following the wall of the lair round, this figure is just there, looking at you, smiling and beckoning.
Smiling and beckoning.
Yeah.
Smiling
Nodding.
in a kind of creepy
Well,
child kind of way, or
give me an insight check.
an insight check.
Yeah, because I mean, yes, but a lizard folk smile might be just a sort of reptilian thing baring its teeth at you.
12.
Your sense is it's an encouraging and friendly facial gesture, and as you sort of squiggle towards it, yeah, it's not recoiling or looking defensive.
I'll say, who are you and what do you want?
Oh, hello.
Hello.
My name is Hilary, and I'm going to keep my voice down lest I give myself away to my king.
Okay.
You should follow me. I'd be absolutely thrilled if you would.
Why?
Well, I've something to show you, and perhaps a proposition to lay before you.
Okay. Do you know anything about the prisoners?
Well, you've rather read my mind, young man. Yes, it's exactly. It is all about the prisoners. Yes. Well, I'd rather like to think of them as my guests.
I will. Well, that's a move to there. I'll do a blade ward. It's a cantrip.
Right? That's not like okay? It's not like an offensive spell.
No, it's not like a wall of blades, flying knives kind of appear from nowhere. Big cloud. No, it's a blade ward is just a cantrip. It gives me
Yeah, got it.
Resistance to damage.
Fine. We'll move on to Sessions. Sessions, you're right there. I mean, you can see Burple. You can see this figure.
Yeah, well, I guess Burple's rather stolen my thunder. I was going to converse with it, so I'm just going to wander over.
It nods encouragingly as you do.
Hello!
It says, you must keep your voice down. Please keep your voice down. Hilary, very glad to meet you. Follow me.
Follow me, follow you.
Cuthbert.
Right then, well,
These things are right in your grill, Cuthbert. There's two guardians.
yeah.
And this obviously this leader king figure, whoever it might be. You just by the skin of your teeth escape the attentions of that harpy that came looking for you in your alcove of cowardice. Now you think that if these three figures tramp up through the entrance passageway, there's no way they're not going to kind of encounter you. Also, you can hear the sound of more feet, more movement rather within the lair.
Okay, I'm going to do a stealthy retreat back up the corridor. I mean, with a bit of metagaming going on here.
Give me a stealth check.
And I get a 19.
Okay.
And I will move up and out.
There's no reaction from these figures as you do that.
Okay.
At
Now,
half speed to move stealthily.
yes, Paul.
Oh. Thank you, Graham. God.
I think you know
Yeah.
someone.
Yeah, thanks, Graham.
Well, I think, don't we need someone plugging up the corridor so
We do.
the rest of us can sneak away with the other guy? We
Yeah.
can't all run away from there
He's invisible, though. He's not the best person to be.
to plug up the corridor.
Maybe I should stop concentrating on it.
Hilary says, Quick, before the king comes out, your friends can hold him up. Follow me. And it starts sloshing off through the marsh round the side of the lair, with occasionally looking over its shoulder and kind of beckoning you forward with a hand. It seems to be kind of hugging the lair, hugging the area of ground around the lair, which looks like it's less treacherous, less difficult to traverse, and therefore it's making quite good speed. During the meanwhile, back in the entranceway, Cuthbert, you've seen this figure before. This leader figure stomps out into the corridor, looks up the passageway can only see Parker because Buggraft is tucked around the corner and Cuthbert is invisible.
Mhm.
Yes? It pulls back its arm and it throws its trident at Parker.
Ooh.
Ooh.
Now, we have
It's
a
lightning bolt.
question.
Yes.
It doesn't know this, but Cuthbert is standing between
It and
and Parker.
yes.
Now, normally, a figure that it could see would offer cover.
Mm-hmm.
A figure that it could see, it would throw its trident down, but it would offer cover, and it would try and avoid that cover, but it's got no reason to avoid it. I'm not really quite sure how to adjudicate this. Let me make an attack roll against Parker. That's a decent start, and then we'll see kind of where we are. If it's an absolute slam dunk, then maybe we don't need to worry.
Why
But
didn't
if
you make
it's
an attack
borderline-
roll on Cuthbert?
Because, well, we could do.
Just hold on a
But it would be an attack
moment
roll
there.
at disadvantage.
Yeah, I'd do attack roll at disadvantage on Cuthbert. And if it misses, and then an attack roll on Parker.
But it's not going for Cuthbert. What if there's an arc to the pitch of the throw?
Well, isn't
Yeah.
that why you do it at disadvantage?
Or maybe Cuthbert
but it's
needs
not
to make
trying to hit Cuthbert.
maybe Cuthbert needs to make a dexterity save.
I think Cuthbert gets an opportunity to. I'm going to roll the dice because if I roll a 19 or a 20, trying to hit Parker, I don't think it makes a massive difference. We're talking about two figures standing in real life, as it were, to the extent that any of this is real life. Is this real life? Anybody? Paul?
Yes.
Oh, thank goodness. Okay, so they're standing in 5 foot squares. It's not as, and they're not 5 foot cube people standing in front of each other, right? There's quite a bit of, right. Let's roll the dice. Let's see what he gets. Rolling a
Middle roll. A middle roll. Middling.
an 11, which doesn't get me anywhere at all. Okay, so that hits armor class 19, which would not be enough to hit Parker.
Is a miss.
I think it would be cruel for it to hit Cuthbert, right?
Very
that would
cruel. I completely agree with you.
So it misses. It shoots past your ear, Parker. It's tried, whistles past your head. But before all of it has done so, this figure seems to sort of make a slight gesture, and it sort of goes, whoosh, vanishes, and appears again back in his hand.
I want that.
Oh, that sounds like my weapon.
That's the point of a javelin.
And he shouts, Guardians! Bryony! Charlotte! Bryony and Charlotte. They look like they can handle themselves. Two lizardfolk guardians come slooping up the corridor. They haven't got enough movement to make it all the way up to you. They don't know about Cuthbert. They go up to about 10 feet from the opening, and then they stop looking cross. Whilst this is going on, you can hear and see, Parker, more creatures appear around the king.
Okay. So, Burple and Sessions, are you running off after this chat?
I don't know.
Two more come slumping around. Tonight's beer, by the way, is from the Arbor Brewery in Bristol. 0-0. Paul's the only person who actually listens to tonight's beer.
Yes, that's true.
Very good. New England IPA.
Oh.
Yeah, delicious. Right.
I am going to climb back up
Oh,
onto the mound.
it's all difficult ground. You move at half speed on all of it. You only have to make a climb check as you ascend up to the first sort of 10 or so feet.
A climb check here,
Yeah, you can make a climb check to go 10 feet.
which was acrobatics, right?
Yes.
So that's a
Yes.
a 2.
Parker, that's so poor that you fall. You start clambering up, and you get that thing when you're clambering up a tree which is maybe slick with lichen or moss, and that heel just flips over the thing, and you end up falling arse over tit back onto the ground.
Right, so that's one move, and
Yeah,
then
you-
the second move.
It costs you 15 feet to stand up rather than half you move. That's my.
Right, so
You can have another go. Yeah.
so my move is
Please roll a really low number.
50.
Do a Lee Evans just for me.
Here's the second roll. Is an 11,
Ugh.
12 in total.
It's fine, yes. So you've managed to get yourself up onto the sort of past the steep part of the cusp or the limb of the structure, and you're on the flatter part. Yep, fine. Buggraft.
I'm going to a delay. Sorry, not delay.
You can't delay.
What's the word? Ready in action. So if
Step
something
to the
comes
right.
up to me,
Incompetent.
Step to the right and ready in action. Ready to hit something that comes up to you.
okay, all right. I'll step to the right. That's to the east.
Yes, to your left, in other words. Yes, okay, fine.
Ready
To
in
his left,
action,
I suppose. Yeah.
and that action is to hit anything hostile that runs up to me, and start raging at the same time.
Okay. Berpul.
Berpul will move the 1, 2, 3, 4 squares and will ready to hit anything
So Berpul's-
hostile that comes within range. Moving up.
So you're running back to the entrance.
To Bugraft, yes.
Yeah. Okay,
Moving
got it.
Back to the edge.
Sessions. Ipa.
Well, I'll follow squelch, 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 squelch round the edge of the
There.
lair. Yeah.
Cool. Okay. Well, if you do that, yeah,
I don't know
that's
what
fine.
sort of. Is it difficult ground or
No, it's not difficult. The area
then
of ground
I can get to about there.
adjacent. Yeah, the area of ground adjacent. And as you squelch around on your little hobbity legs, this Hillary figure watches you trying to keep up and realizes that you are not moving as quickly as it is.
little
They
short
are.
legs?
As quickly as they are, and adjusts their pace in order that you keep up with them.
I'd like to argue that Cuthbert 5 foot steps up to one of these lizard folk, and if he attacks one of these,
Yes. What?
is it surprising them? Is it therefore?
Oh, you're trying to. Yeah,
I'm
of
trying
course.
to-
No. Yeah, you're attacking with advantage.
But is it under the assassinate
No, it's
rules?
not because the fight has started. You're not. I think you get your.
No, they're unaware of him. They should get a sneak attack.
I thought it was if you were the first to attack in a round.
I think if you had advantage.
Definitely get the sneak attack because you're attacking with advantage because you're attacking from.
You have
position.
advantage on attack rolls against any creature that hasn't taken a turn in combat yet.
Yes,
In addition,
yet.
any hit you score against a creature.
Yes, this is your assassination power.
Yes.
Yes. No, you don't get that. You get advantage on the attack because they're unaware of you,
and
but
I get a
the-
sneak attack.
and you get sneak attack because you have advantage on the attack. But the assassination power, which is contingent on you striking first against a creature that is like an ambush power. I don't think that applies
Because
These
they've already
things
moved
are-
up.
They're moved. They're combat ready. They've got foes. They're in the fight. Just because,
Damn. Okay, so I will do my sneak attack with.
Which one are you going for? On your right is Bryony. On your left is Charlotte.
Well, it's Bryony. I think
Okay.
anyone who's called Bryony, basically. No, I don't mean that, obviously. Right, with the short sword, an attack. It's a
That's all we needed.
It's a critical, so I'm obviously visible now.
It's a critical.
Hits a critical. Double damage. So that's my first roll, which is 7. And roll, which is another 7. So that's 14 points of damage, plus I need to do...
Yeah. Hold up.
It's
Hold
sneak
up.
attack.
I'm in the middle of something.
Oh, for God's sake.
I've got to, because of this whole fucking
Get prepared.
D&D Beyond thing that everybody's got me into. I'm now in the middle of some nightmare.
Get prepared. If you're going to be...
And I can't find...
If you're going to be
I can't find
grumpy,
my-
at least be prepared.
I'm busy. Right, lizard folk. I'm back in the room. Sorry, Cuthbert, what was the damage?
Well, I haven't finished rolling. You interrupted me halfway through. Right. So that's on the first attack. That's 22 points of damage.
This is Mike's version of a bad mood.
22 points of damage on the one on the... Sorry, was that Bryony on the left or Charlotte on the right?
It was Bryony on the right.
Bryony is dead.
Bloody hell, that was
It's like the last line of some awful
easy.
first scene of some awful Agatha Christie mystery.
And Bryony is dead.
Bryony is dead.
In which case, I shall then, with my second attack,
Yeah.
with the rapier,
Yeah.
hitting on plus 15,
15 is exactly what you needed.
doing 6 points of damage.
hmm
And
Charlotte is not dead.
is she surprised? Do I get an advantage?
I don't You're attacking at advantage,
So if I attack at
but
advantage...
you can only apply sneak attack damage once per turn, right?
That's damn right, isn't it? Yeah. So, okay, that's
Yeah.
it. That
Okay.
is my round.
Are you going to move out of the way?
Can't.
He's can't. He's done his thing. Right. Well, in that case, this king figure is going to throw his trident at the newly appeared Cuthbert.
Yep.
Rolling an 11, hitting armor class 19.
That, I'm afraid, is a hit.
Cuthbert, can you make a fortitude save, DC 13?
So, yes, I can.
You can. That's fine. You merely take 3 points of damage as this thing thuds into you, and then somehow vanishes and returns to his hand.
Well, that's fine.
He booms at you. Get out of my kingdom, you scum! Charlotte will swing at you with her heavy club, and then she will try and bite you.
Okay.
With the club, she rolls an 18.
That's a
hitting
hit.
armor class 22.
That's a hit.
You take 5 points of bludgeoning damage, and then she tries to bite you and rolls a 13 to hit armor class 17.
That's
Probably
a hit.
not enough.
No, that's a hit.
It is a hit.
I'm on
It
class
is a hit.
15.
Oh, hello. Okay, so and there's another 3 points of damage.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Then another one comes running up. Piers is going to try and attack you. He rolls with his heavy club, rolls a 19.
Can he move that far on attack?
Yeah,
Okay. That's a hit.
doing 3 points of bludgeoning damage, and then he tries to bite you.
Okay.
Rolling an only an 8. That's going to miss. Armor
Yep.
class 12.
That is a miss.
Cuthbert, Bugraft, Burple, can you all give me perception checks?
Perception check, eh?
Perception check, yay!
Yes, I got
Yes.
a perception of 20.
Okay, good enough.
Purple gets a 10.
Doesn't matter because Cuthbert can shout back what he hears. Cuthbert, you're peering down this passageway. You've got these two lizard folk right in front of you that you're in combat with. Then this leader figure, this king figure, standing behind them. Then there is a lizard folk that has run into the junction at the base of the passageway into the lair. The junction where you spent so much time earlier. Yeah.
Yeah.
It was. It is standing there in a pose, in a stance that makes you think that it's about to join the attack, or at least it was. And then you heard a noise, Cuthbert, from deeper in the lair, off to the west. So off to the right of this figure, as you're looking down the passageway, you hear a weird kind of gurgling snarl, and this thing looks over its shoulder, away from you, down into the lair, and looks startled.
Okay.
And we move on to Hillary. They pad their way yet further round the side of the lair, beckoning Sessions along all the time.
I will move directly to the southeast.
Right, well, you can see Sessions
Yeah.
puffing along on the ground at the edge of the structure, just below you, as you clamber along the roof.
Right.
Yep.
When I get to where I am I then able to see Hillary?
No, you're not. You've got your angle is not sufficiently good.
Right. Okay.
Uncle Bug, can he somehow get next to Cuthbert, who's in the way, inconveniently, and attack one of these lizard men?
No, there's not enough space to attack past Cuthbert, who's blocking that section of passageway.
Cuthbert, are you going to come back out so we can do...
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I just wanted to go in and...
Bugraft's voice has just gone, hasn't it?
All right. Okay, Cuthbert, can you come
No,
back?
because it wasn't like that. I've been listening back to Cuthbert's Bugraft's first first appearance in this story, and it's a bit like that, but it's also sort of Mediterranean. I can't do it. It's like sort of slightly Italian. Anyway, give it a go.
Okay, right. Okay.
That's it. Yeah.
Cuthbert, can you come back? And if I ready an action, can I ready an action to attack something once Sorry.
You can talk to me normally, and then just do Bugraft when he's speaking, if you want.
Yeah.
Why don't we let's
Cuthbert, what I want is to ready an action. So when
No,
Cuthbert...
the other way round. Other way round.
What I want to do is, when Cuthbert comes back,
No.
to ready an action. So when Cuthbert comes back, I can run forward and attack.
It's exactly the wrong way round.
I can't ready an action to run up and bash something when Cuthbert gets out of the way.
No, you can't. You can't ready both a move and an attack.
But I've raged, which means I have to attack something.
You can attack Burple.
Can I squeeze past Cuthbert or something? Push him out
You
of the way.
could squeeze into. You could squeeze. You can't attack past Cuthbert, but you could squeeze past Cuthbert.
You could
Attack
squeeze
him
him
disadvantage.
Well, you're a hobbit, aren't you?
I'm a hobbit, yeah. I can move through allies.
Yes. So you could move through to the. There's a little space that you could squeeze into in the passageway, next to one of these creatures. You would be squeezing, yeah,
Yeah.
but you could attack. You'd be attacking at disadvantage.
Okay. I will do that.
Fine. Off you
Okay.
go. Yeah.
So I'm gonna run up and squeeze into the corridor next to.
No, that's again. You use your normal voice when you're telling me what to do, and you use the voice.
Oh, he's
Bugraft.
saying that.
Bugraft is shouting the rules. Like, I'm going to squeeze.
Yeah. No, he's
fine.
saying I'm going to
attack-
squeeze, so
I'm going to
Cuthbert.
attack at disadvantage.
Right. I'm attacking at disadvantage.
There we go. Yeah, that's it. We're back to normal. Okay, off you go.
So roll an 11.
Okay.
And
What does
a-
that hit?
Oops.
2.
A 2.
That's a miss. What an absolute shambles of a round. But
And then I can move back, can't I?
yes, you can move back.
So attack of opportunity.
Oh wow! Yes. Okay.
Oops. Should have kept my mouth shut.
It misses you as you run away.
Moving up next to Cuthbert, and then I'm going to attack whatever the one, Hermione, or whatever the one that's left.
Yeah, that's
It's-
tough because. Yeah. Okay.
So
Charlotte.
it's going to. Is it Charlotte? I'm
Mhm.
terribly sorry about this, Charlotte. It's going to be. It's not. This won't hurt very much. Okay, so hitting with the longsword, Bosch. Hitting armor class
Ooh, low,
25.
19. Yeah, 25 is a hit on Charlotte.
Disadvantage, isn't it?
25. Sorry?
Not squeezed.
No, he's
No,
not
I'm not
squeezed
squeezed, no.
per se. No, I mean I think
No.
there's an element there, but I can't be bothered to have the argument. Right.
13 point de damage.
Yeah. Okay. Well, Charlotte doesn't like that very much, but she's still in the fight.
I see.
She says, "Oh, really? Was that necessary?"
When you moved back, Bugraft, did you take an attack of opportunity? or
I
anything?
took one attack of opportunity. So Charlotte's probably got
From
that.
Piers, he took an attack of opportunity from Piers, but not from Charlotte.
Is Cuthbert, are you going to move back into the
What I'm
formation?
yes, I was thinking of that because it's most effective.
Okay. Is it? I think it probably is. Do I move back then? Do I take an attack of opportunity? Is this
Well,
what we're saying?
If you
Yeah.
move back and take an attack of opportunity, I can hit. If I kill Charlotte, I think it is, who's ahead of me,
Who I've just done
who you've just
13
attacked.
on.
If I kill her, I can then.
Charlotte's not looking in great nick, I think it should be said.
So it depends. If I kill her,
The sort of
changes things.
defensive
Sorry, so
defensive
Cuthbert,
formation doesn't.
Cuthbert and Burple are having this having this conversation.
Yeah.
Right, I think a rapid fire exchange of free action sentences.
Okay,
is
I'll
sort of
take the
fine,
attack of
but-
opportunity and move back to there.
Okay,
Back
well,
next to Bug.
Charlotte will try and take an attack of opportunity, running a 2, which is a miss anyway, so it's completely pointless. And we move on to Sessions Epa, who puffs
Puffs
his way.
and squelches around the side of the thing. Hello? Is it much
Yeah.
further? It's an awfully long way.
It's not too much further.
It seems
we're
a
all-
long way.
We're almost there. You get the sense that Hillary might be downplaying how much further you've got to go.
Is it like all the way round to the back?
It's just round here, and Hillary they point round, sort of down to your south west.
Yeah. Over here.
Lots of encouraging, nodding, smiling, and beckoning.
Twap.
It's a very long way.
We'll be there before winter.
You might be.
Cuthbert will attack Charlotte,
Yes,
hitting armor class 10.
is a miss.
Is a miss, and will then move back to be next to Burple.
In the entranceway. Okay.
In the entranceway.
This giant, this imposing figure, this king figure, strides forward, strides past the two, past Piers and Charlotte, who are in the entranceway, and is looking daggers at Bugrolf, Burple, and Cuthbert, who are standing there. He roars. He goes, "Begone!" and throws his trident at
I'm only a small hobbit. I mean,
1-2.
I'm a 60-year-old man, for God's sake.
Bugraft, 3-4 Burple, 5-6 Cuthbert. Running a d6, 5-6 Cuthbert.
Yes. Yes.
Rolling a
Love it when it's
12, hitting armor class 20.
That will be a hit.
And Cuthbert, would you please make for me a fortitude save, DC 13?
A fortitude.
Not fortitude, constitution.
You really want to
save.
make that
Constitution.
save? You really want to make that save?
DC 13, Constitution.
Yes, yes.
I roll a 12.
Right, you take the following damage. You take 2 points of piercing damage. Sorry, you take 3 points of piercing damage.
Yeah.
And you take 2 points of necrotic damage that reduce your maximum hit points by 2 points.
I'm really sorry. I saved.
Oh,
My Constitution is 16. I got +3. I rolled a 10. I got 13.
well, in that case, you're fine.
So I took 3 points of damage.
You
then.
took 3 points of piercing damage.
3 points of piercing damage.
Yes. And then the Charlotte and Piers run up into the fight. Charlotte first. Foolhardy, to be honest, from Charlotte, but there we go. She runs up to Burple and Cuthbert and must attack one of them. 1-3 Burple, 4-6 Cuthbert. Rolls a 6, attacks Cuthbert with the club, hitting armor class
Yes.
19,
Yes.
doing a total of 5 points of bludgeoning damage. And then the bite, rolling a 12, hitting armor class, probably not enough, 16.
That's enough. I'm a class 15.
Nope. Doing 5 points of piercing damage.
Yeah, well, I'm taking loads of damage.
And then Piers runs up and must either attack either Bugraft or Burple. 1-3 Bugraft, 4-6 Burple, rolls a d6, rolls a 4, attacks Burple. First of all, the heavy club rolls a 9, hits armor class, is not going to be enough. Armor class 13.
Yeah, it's not enough. No.
Not enough, and then the bite rolls a 5, so that's no good. Now, Bugraft, can you give me a perception check, please?
And I roll a 10.
Okay, fine. There's some kind of noise or scuffling going on from down the passageway in the dark there, Bugraft. You can't see very well into the lair, obviously, but you don't pick up on any detail. And we go back up onto the up on the roof with Parker.
Right.
You're going to do the same. Don't tell me.
No, I'm going to move stealthily.
You're going to go
this time.
back. Okay.
So that's basically
Wow.
need to
So
make
you
a
were moving
stealth
10
check.
squares. You're now moving 5 squares.
5 squares for a move. So a move would be 10 squares.
No.
Oh no, sorry, yes, you're right,
Yeah.
quarter. So
Yeah.
5 squares, but I've got to make a stealth check. So that's a
Okay.
that's a 7 in total.
Okay. So you make a bit of noise, you snap a branch or you whatever, you clamber along a few squares. You don't know, to be honest, if there's nobody's listening, Parker. Nobody's paying attention. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, your relevance is minimal.
Can I see over? Can I see the
I think
Hillary?
you can see Sessions. You can see the two of them. Yeah, you can see Sessions puffing along behind this lizard folk. Yeah.
Okay. And what's my view directly south? Is the
More of the same. The thing is a dome of matted foliage,
Right, so
branches,
there's
limbs.
no other
No.
holes or
Chimneys, spaces,
anything like
apertures, nothing.
that? Okay,
No.
so from this point I could move due south.
At this point, you could move due south, yes.
Uncle Buggy's going to attack. Is it Charlotte who's standing next to Burple? And
Yep.
take out the guns.
Take out the guns. Yep.
Yes.
Make your roll.
Right, so I roll this, and I roll 23.
Oof. Hello. Yeah. How much damage?
9 points de damage.
She's dead. Anything else? Any other actions? Any other attacks?
No.
I'm going to hit the remaining one, which is Piers, I believe.
Piers.
I'm going to strike Piers with my longsword, Comsar, hitting on my class 14.
14 is a miss on Piers, I'm afraid. Anything else? Another attack? Nothing?
No. That's all I
Sessions
can do.
Eber. Round you slosh.
Slosh. Is it still just kind of sloshing round?
Yeah, I think we've missed a round of movement or so, but you're round the corner of the lair now.
Excellent.
The
Okay,
two of
cool.
you.
And
With Parker frantically trying to keep up, like the monkey in Raiders of the Lost Ark.
so where are we going?
It's not far now. I'm taking you to the captives.
Okay.
So you can become one.
Why?
We need to discuss terms.
Well, we could discuss terms now.
I just would rather we were. I need you to see something, and I need to get back to the eggs. More importantly,
The eggs. The eggs. Can I do an insight check?
absolutely you can.
So I get a 10 for 16.
You're trying to determine whether or not Hillary is
Taking me for a ride, yeah.
You don't think so? Hillary seems to be on the level.
Okay.
Did Sessions, by the way, the previous round, did Sessions notice that I was on the roof, by the way?
I would.
Should have done a because you
But
said
it's
I could
passive,
see him.
your
on-
passive perception score, Sessions, I think means that you have heard.
Passive perception would be at 13.
Yeah, I mean, Parker, you can hear some noises. You don't know whether or not Hillary, ahead of you, also heard Parker make a mess of trying to be stealthy, but you definitely heard something. Yep.
Right.
Okay. Cool.
Cuthbert.
Cuthbert's going to take a quick step and move in to attack Piers, I believe.
Piers is just looking in great nick, by the way.
Piers has been hit for armor class 19,
Okay, maybe not quite such great nick.
doing... That's not good. That's 5 points of damage plus a sneak attack.
Yeah. Or because of the you got a
5 foot.
foe, a friend. Yeah.
Yeah, so that's another 7 points of damage.
12.
Yeah, so 12 points plus
Okay.
his second
Piers is
attack.
still in the fight. Yeah, Piers is still trucking.
Hitting armor class
Oh,
25.
Yes.
Doing, oh god, 4 points of damage.
Piers is still going. That's very gratifying indeed, because it's
fun.
Piers' go.
Yeah.
Oh, well, Piers is going to. No, I can't be that. I'm just going to roll randomly. 1 to 2. Piers is going to go 1 to 2 Bugraft, Uncle Buggy. 3 to 4 Purple Heppish. 5 to 6 Cuthbert Ouch Splinter. Rolling a 3.
yes!
Going for purple.
Yes!
Yes.
Oh, it's
with
a one!
middle-
It's a critical
one.
stabs himself in the foot.
Now it's got a decision to make.
Well, it doesn't, because it's just completely screwed up his round. It rolled a 1, that's it.
No,
game
because
over.
it gets to under our new house rule. It gets to decide whether or not to try and convert that into
Really?
a normal miss, in which case it gets another attack. But if it fails, if it misses again, it has to deal itself a card. Rolling a 17. So then it gets to use its bite attack against purple.
Hang on, that's a 17. Is that it? Armor class 17.
No, 17, 21. And then its bite attack at +4, armor class 14 is a miss.
Yes.
So all that for nothing. And then it is the round of King Charles the Fecund.
My name is.
He's called King Charles the Fecund because obviously he's so fertile. The kingship system here is based around how fertile you are. He replaced King Charles the Worst. Going to step up for attack. This isn't just I don't just conjure this stuff up, right? This stuff's all prepared.
Hours of
He's going
sitting
to
staring off
step
into the
up
middle distance.
and attack either Uncle Buggy or
Have you seen Mike?
Cuthbert.
No, he's in that room staring out the window again.
1d4.
A second. Fecund, hang on.
D4, 1 or a 2, he steps up to attack Uncle Buggy. 3 or a 4,
Uncle Buggy.
he steps up to attack Cuthbert Ouch Splinter. He rolls a 2. He steps up and he attacks Uncle Buggy. He steps up to the square next to Piers in the entranceway and he attacks Uncle Buggy with his trident, using it as a melee weapon rather than throwing it, rolling a...
Yeah.
Plus 11. That's no good.
Bounces off.
That is annoying. And then it takes another step up next to Uncle Buggy, forming a line. And he breathes on Uncle Buggy and Burple. Can both of you make a DC 15 dexterity saving throw as it breathes a line of acid through you?
Oh, fuck off. DC 15 dexterity.
Yep, DC 15 dexterity save.
Here we go. It's an 18.
18's enough. And Uncle Buggy?
I've got danger sense, so I get a.
Yeah, you're in terrible danger.
I get an advantage save against.
On what? On every single.
On
every...
dex saves.
Oh, okay, fair enough.
So I roll a 2 and a.
Oh dear. 6. Oh dear, fail.
That's a fail, yes.
Okay, you take the following damage. You take a total of 20 points of acid damage, Uncle Buggy, and Burple takes 10 points of acid damage.
Because I'm raging, I only take half damage. Yes.
So you both take 10 points of acid damage. Yep. Can
Don't like it.
Burple and Buggy make some perception checks?
Just sorry, I hate to. Are you sure about
Yeah.
the raging? It's
Yes,
not
really?
bludgeoning, piercing, and
No, because I've taken a special path that says I'm take half damage from everything except psychic.
oh.
Very nice. Okay. But thanks for trying to drop him in it there.
Yeah, thanks.
Well, I
Graham.
haven't had
I
anything
mean-
else to do this evening. I'm just marching around the side of the building.
Well, you chose freely to
It's
follow the
Primal
wild
Path,
goose.
Totem Warrior, Bear. While raging, you have resistance to all damage types except psychic.
Parker, you're clambering. You want to clamber straight south? Do you want to try and stay stealthy, or do you want to not?
No, I won't try and stay stealthy. I will go south
You're just going
west.
yeah. as fast as you can go. Yeah.
Yes.
Bug raft.
Okay, well I'll attack it. He's squashed, so I get an advantage, do I?
He is squeezed. You get an advantage against on your attack.
I like squashed.
Yeah, squashed is better.
Soon to be squashed.
I'm going to
Squashed.
squeeze you. I'm going to squeeze you until you are squashed.
No.
Here's this guy. He's been squashed, yeah?
You missed
I roll an 18,
an 18. You
and the second roll is an
is no an 18. is a hit.
19.
An 18 is a hit.
So I roll this. So that's an 8 plus 6 is 14 water damage.
Can you tell me about the kind of damage you're doing?
I am using a +1 weapon that is silvered.
Okay, 14 points of damage.
Right.
Right.
then-
Yeah.
Does that
Yep.
seem to do anything?
Well, I mean, you've damaged it, but it doesn't look like it's particularly bothered it.
Really?
Yeah.
Why? Any?
Well, because it's got absolutely loads of hit points, you suspect.
Oh. Alright. And then I will move 5 foot to the northwest, allowing my companions to.
To take the brunt of the damage.
Yes.
Next
yes.
time.
I didn't quite want to say.
Burple?
Purple will try and hit Piers. Purple's not very good at hitting things, but he's going to try.
Okay, give it a shot.
Hitting class 16.
16's enough.
11 by the damage.
That's the end of Piers. Piers is splattered over a wide area.
And
There
then I
are
will.
lizard bits everywhere.
This breath, it goes in a line, right?
Yeah, that's your experience of it. Yeah.
How long is it?
Well, you couldn't see how far it went past you.
I think I probably could.
Well, I mean, you're facing it, and it went over you, but you didn't.
Yeah,
you
so I
whipped your
turn
head
away to
round.
keep my face away from the acid that's blowing at me, and I see how far the rest of it's
God,
going.
It's like Giuliani.
Not quite.
What
We're trying to
level
not
of-
even-
I whip
so
my
being able
head
to
round,
see into a square
and
next to
as I whip my head round, I take out my tape measure. You don't think it goes on forever and ever and ever. You think it's a question of, it's 3 or 4 squares, something like that. It's 15, 20 feet, something like that.
I'm going to flank it with bug raft.
I'll engage him in conversation about the eggs.
Him,
Them. Hillary.
Hillary. We must protect them. If there's ever an attack on the lair, even if it's somebody who may turn out eventually to be an ally, we must. Our first thought must be with the eggs and the
Protect the eggs.
preservation of the tribe in our future. Now we're almost there. It's just here, and they point straight ahead at a point about, you think, probably another
Mile and
kind
a
of
half
few
down.
Well, we're talking about 6-second slices of time. Yes, we're talking about somewhere that's maybe 10 to 12 seconds walk away.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, nobody thinks in those terms, but
Yeah.
they point straight ahead of you. You're clearly, you've made the lion's share of the journey.
Okay.
This way. We're almost there. And then we go back to the Sion. How do you pronounce that? Scion, when you're like the heir or the
Scion, isn't it?
scion of the House Ouchsplinter, the heterochromatic. I still say scaly. He says not. Cuthbert Ouchsplinter.
Cuthbert Splinter is going to. Cuthbert is
Cuthbert.
going to take a quick step just northwest upwards towards the king. So he is forming
Watching too much of the Queen's Gambit. Yep.
he's moving from King's Bishop.
Yeah. Coward to King 4. Yeah.
to King 4. He's not been a coward this time, and he is going to. Well, he's going to do one attack. He's moved, so then his attack will be the short sword, hitting arm class 12, which I suspect's a miss.
That's a miss. Trying to attack King Charles the Fecund.
And then using his action surge,
Oh, isn't that the?
No, it's not.
Oh, okay.
he will be doing his second wind. Thank you. To recover.
The old ones are the best ones.
To recover some hit points because he's quite bad. Oh god, he only gets 5 hit points back. That's not marvellous. But anyway, there we go. He's on about half.
Is that it?
Yep, that's it. He's moved, he's attacked, he's done a bonus action.
He's moved, he's attacked, he's done a bonus action. It's rolling a d6 here, don't worry about that. Oh dear. Right, moving on. Hillary darts ahead of you, Sessions. They seem to sort of be zipping behind a little outcropping of roots and branches, and they point to the ground, and that you can see them sort of slightly dipping down, like they're either dropping
Crouching.
into a crouching or dropping into some kind of hollow or something. Meanwhile, back up at the entranceway, we've got a standoff. We have Bugraft, Cuthbert Ouchsplinter, and Burple surrounding King Charles the Fecund, and he's got to make a decision. And his decision is: does he
Surrender?
Well, it's more about taking attacks of opportunity, to be honest, in order to use his breath weapon, which has just recharged on the 6 that I rolled, or does he attack with his weapon? Who am I fooling? He's going to attack with his breath weapon. He's got to
because
decide
it's squeezed otherwise, isn't he?
which two he is going to try and attack. He's either going to try and draw a line through Bugraft and Cuthbert, or draw a line through
Bugraft and Burple, obviously.
or Burple and Cuthbert. Yeah, I mean he's got to pick. Yeah, he's got to pick. Okay.
A cone won't go through both two characters.
It's not a cone, it's a line.
Just roll to see who doesn't get hit. But he's going to have to move, isn't he?
Yeah,
he's going to have to move, and he's going to have to take an attack of opportunity. It's also a question of who he takes the attack of opportunity from. He either takes the attack of opportunity from Bugraft, or he takes it from Burple. He's going to choose to take the attack of opportunity from Burple. Or
both. If he wants to attack
Keep arguing
Cuthbert.
if you want to, Dan.
Well, that is both if he does that.
I see what you mean.
In your face.
To get any Burple, he has to move northeast.
He wants to take the attack of opportunity from Burple. That's his.
To get two of us, he needs to take two attacks.
He's going to randomly decide who he's going to take the attack of opportunity from.
He can either get one of us with no attack of opportunity, or he can get two of us and take two attacks
with attack
of
opportunity
from two attacks of opportunity.
Yeah.
Yes. If he wants to get two of us, he will take two attacks of opportunity.
Yeah. I think he might. I think his calculation is that two attacks of opportunity is not the end of the world. Okay, he's going to take an attack of opportunity from Bugraft as he steps to there.
Is he not rolling which way he's going to go?
No, that's what he's going to do.
Okay. This and add 7. 21
is enough. How much damage? Oh, 9. 15 points of damage. He's, I mean, that's quite a significant blow, but he still looks relatively healthy. And then Cuthbert gets an attack. Sorry, then Burple gets an attack of opportunity as he steps away from Burple.
Hitting on 24 for 8.
Yeah, that's a hit.
8 points of damage.
8 more points of damage. Okay, yeah. Thank you very much. Well, he's paid a price to do this, but now he breathes through Cuthbert and Bugraft, who both must make a DC 15 dexterity save.
Cuthbert rolls
19.
A 24, actually. A 22. Yes.
Yeah, very nice.
I add 2 to this.
4.
9.
9 is not enough. Okay, so you take the following damage. You're halving this, both of you. You take a total of 25 points of acid damage, saved to half.
So
Cuthbert, you saved.
Yes.
You take 12. Bugraft, you've got your Barbarian Rage. You also take 12 points of acid damage.
I'd like to point out that the next round I will take that. I will die. I'm that low. Oh, wait a minute. All our healing resources gone. They're all...
And then...
Yeah, that might... takes a while to get back.
Yeah, that'll be fun, won't it?
I thought Parker was going to sneak up behind or something.
Parker? I think Parker's sneaking up behind not the person you thought he was. Parker, are you continuing your
Yes,
clamber?
I will continue to move.
Yeah. You can stay in
what
touch
can I
with the
see now?
Give me a perception check.
11 plus, I believe, 3. 2. It's only 13 in total.
You think that they are slipping into a hollow or some sort of opening that's tucked in under the side of the structure.
Uncle Buggy. He's going to move up to
the king,
horrible
King
creature.
Charles the Fecund. Yep.
And I'm going to attack him.
Oh, I'm going to give Cuthbert a perception check in a minute.
Oh, 25.
Come on.
Yeah.
13 points de damage.
Yeah, okay. He's looking unhappy now, but he doesn't look bloodied.
And then I'm going to step a bit further round, so I am now to the east of him. So I'm just trying to...
So you're circling
surrounding him.
Yeah, I understand.
Sort of
Yeah. Great. That makes sense to me. Yeah. Okay. And is that the end of your turn?
Yes, fast, efficient.
Okay.
So I have 3 rather good options this round.
Okay.
Don't run away.
Is it...
That's exactly what I was thinking.
Invisibility and move down the corridor.
And Lemon's tiny hut. Yeah.
Lemon's tiny hut in the middle. Does this look like...
Burple, give me a perception check.
15. No,
Okay,
12.
12.
Yeah.
Something unfortunate sounds like it's happening down the passageway to your south, but
When you
down
say
in the darkness of the
unfortunate-
lair. Well, it sounds like there's been some sort of struggle, and something is sort of. You can hear a sort of sound.
Does it sound like a lizard person being kind of eaten in a messy way?
I mean, that might be it.
Okay.
So, is this thing humanoid?
King Charles the Fecund.
Hmm.
Yeah, he's a lizard folk king. Yeah.
So I could do a hold person,
Yeah, absolutely, you could.
which is the wisdom save DC 14. What do we reckon, guys? I'm not doing
Wisdom-
it yet. I'm just
I think
thinking.
that's a good idea.
I could do a heal on Paul,
I think that's a good idea.
or I could move around and hit it, assuming I hit one hit for, an extra 3d6 on the hit. So what'll it be?
I think a whole person, because Cuthbert can then get his sneak attack or assassination or whatever. If he fails.
I don't know that he can.
No, I wouldn't get a critical, but if I hit him, I get sneak attack.
Or he's paralysed.
Well, he's not yet. I mean, he hasn't cast the spell yet.
Yeah.
But being optimistic, if he's
If it-
paralysed, you automatically get a critical hit.
If it fails, though, what happens to Cuthbert?
Well, who cares?
Cuthbert, your vote.
How much does your heal do?
Well, it depends on the level that I do it. I've got a first, a second, and a third left.
What would
So
you do?
third is a Lemon's tiny heart. Second is a whole person. So I'd rather use the first, which is 1d8 plus 3,
1d8 plus 3 is gonna not really make much difference to whether I live or die.
isn't it?
To be honest,
2d8
no.
plus 3 for second level,
I'll survive. It depends if I'm being attacked.
or 3d8 plus 3 for a third level. That's the Lemon's tiny heart, though.
You want to keep the Lemon's tiny heart. I would. Oh fuck it! Try the whole person.
I'll try the whole person.
It's much more fun. But if I die, I'll just haunt you.
I'm going to move around, sort of away from the entrance as far as I can, and still remain in contact with it.
Yeah.
So kind of north of Bugraft. And I will try the spell. So whole person. Actually, it's a 60-foot range. I don't need to be next to him.
Mm-hmm.
Except I will because of Cuthbert. So whole person DC 14 wisdom save, please.
He rolls a 17 for a total of, well, a number that I won't describe, but he shrugs off your spell.
I don't like your guy. Anyone got any, Ort dice or something they can use?
Well, you have an Ort dice.
Yeah,
Oh,
but
but it doesn't make any difference, does it? Because you can't change his dice. So no. Sessions Epa. You can catch up with Hillary, and Hillary is beckoning you as they basically seem to be immersing themselves in what looks like a piece of sort of sludgy ground, but turns out to be liquid. They're beckoning you forward, Sessions. Hillary makes a gesture to you.
Where are we going?
We're going to my home, my lair, where I can show you the prisoners, and we can have a discussion about the future. But also, crucially, gets me closer to the eggs. Now, if you'll just follow me, please, hold your nose. She holds her nose and disappears down under the surface of whatever it is that she's disappeared down into. But as she does so, she leaves a hand up above the surface, as it were, reaching for you.
Mm-hmm.
Sort of Vader Skywalker style, but not necessarily so threatening.
Okay, well, I guess I've marched all this way round the mound, so I will follow.
Another insight
Okay.
check, maybe?
Oh, yeah, that's a good idea. A bit of insight.
Can I see this going on as well?
You can see Sessions round the corner. You can just see over the... No, not. You can't see the detail of it, I don't think, Parker, no.
So, no insight from me then.
Yeah, make your roll, Sessions.
8.
Yeah, you're absolutely 100% certain that you have nothing to be worried about.
Well, because I'm absolutely 100% certain I have nothing to be worried
Yeah.
about, I will
You follow.
follow, yeah, absolutely.
Cuthbert Ouch, Splinter.
Well,
Sorry about that.
do you know what? It's fine. I will just then simply attack with the short sword.
Ooh,
Rolling
bounced
off
off 20. Yeah.
But still hitting armor class 21.
That's enough. Yeah, absolutely.
Doing a grand total of 9 points of damage.
Yeah, okay. All of this, these are all solid blows, but they're just not,
Are they doing any damage at all?
Yes, your firm sense is that you're wounding this thing, but
It's just taking
it just
longer.
seems to be a very tough cookie. Yeah.
Okay. And then I will do a rapier attack.
Oh dear. Oh dear.
Uh-oh. And that
2. That's a miss.
is my...
It's not quite that, actually, Cuthbert. Can you make an intelligence check?
Taking 1 off this, because as we know, he's not that smart.
Okay.
5.
Fine. We can breeze past this whole
Let's
unfortunate incident.
just nothing to see here. But I can move,
You can, yeah.
because I've done an attack, a bonus action, and I can then move. Just stepping 1 square south.
Okay.
Phew.
King Charles the Fecund has got a choice to make.
He rolled a 2. Hopefully that means his breath weapon isn't back.
Might mean that. He's going to decide who to attack. On a d6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2 Cuthbert going clockwise. 3, 4 Burple. 5, 6 Bugraft. Yep.
It's going to be Cuthbert. It always is.
It's going to be Bugraft.
Uncle Buggy.
Uncle Buggy. Uncle Buggy, it's attacking you with its bite attack. Attacking at +7. Rolling a d20 and getting an 8. Armor class 15 is not going to be enough, I'm suspecting.
No.
Okay. And then it attacks you with the trident. Rolling a
2. Rolling a 2.
Okay, well, that's a miss with the 2. That's very disappointing. We move on to Parker.
What an excellent round that was.
I
Come back,
guess
Parker.
that I will drop down and move to where Sessions has presumably disappeared.
Yeah, you have to clamber down. You have to make a climb check to clamber down to the ground.
Oh yes, a climb check. Let's see how it goes. 8.
That's going to be enough. What's your athletics?
It's a 9
Your athletics is a 1.
plus 1. Yeah.
Sorry. It doesn't matter. That's fine. The DC is 5. Sorry, I'd forgotten. It's dead. It's a dead easy climb. Okay, so you clamber down,
So that's
and then you womble around the side of the structure. What you see as you round the corner is that Sessions is disappearing into some sludge.
Can I follow?
Yeah, absolutely. You can follow. Yeah. You can just sort of either dive in or jump in to this sludge. Yeah.
I'll do that then.
Okay. I mean, you find yourself in a tight little passageway. You're underwater or under sludge. You're under sludge. You're in a sort of soup of swamp liquid.
Lovely.
You squoogle along the passageway. That is the verb to move through swamp soup. And it's not long before you kind of bump into the back of what you presume to be Sessions.
Right.
And now, so you unwittingly, you don't know this, but you've joined a little train of 3.
Right.
Squiggling along, through the swamp soup. Uncle Buggy!
Uncle Buggy.
Right, I'm going to attack.
Oh!
No, that's not a problem because I am a hobbit. And a
yes,
1 I
you're-
get to reroll.
Yeah. Rolling a 4.
8.
No! It's annoying.
Well played.
So,
Well played, sir.
Right.
Played,
Yes, bag on food, sir.
bag on food, sir.
Bug on food.
Bug on
This thing
food.
goes. This thing, as you land a blow, goes. Bug on food.
Yes, sir. No, sir.
You, sir.
A bag on food, sir.
You, sir. Yes, sir.
What are you doing?
13 points de damage.
13 points of damage. Let me just have a quick look here. Okay, yep. I mean, you've significantly wounded this thing, but again, it's still not looking bloodied. Any more attacks?
Okay. No, does it look like it's got some sort of stone skin spell on, or?
You wouldn't know. You don't know about stone skins. It looks like it's got a massively hit point spell on it, maybe. No, it you just think that it's a big, tough thing. That's your sense.
Okay.
Burple is going to strike it with his longsword, hitting armor class. Armor class. Can I use I'm going to use an Ort dice.
Yes, you can re-roll and add a d6.
I shall re-roll, and I shall add a d6.
Yes, okay.
So bear with me. There's the re-roll. There, right there, that one.
Oh, a 19.
Oh, that's a 25.
Well
Do I-
played.
don't
Worth
even
it,
need
yeah.
Don't even
Well
need it.
played, yes.
I didn't even need it, but I am going to do.
He's playing 6D chess with us.
I'll tell you, I am going to use my additional power.
Oh,
And
your
it's going
special
to do
ability.
my special ability. It's going to do 3 extra d6, so it's 8 plus another. Oh, so 20 points de damage
Yes.
sur la tête
Now it looks bloodied.
de la monstre.
Now it looks Now it looks like you've knocked it back a little. Anything else from Sessions? I mean, sorry,
Sessions.
anything else from Purple?
So that's psychic damage. Is it? Is it prone to psychic damage?
It is absolutely poleaxed
Double.
by your psychic damage.
Double damage with the psychic.
It's more than double. More
Is
than
it?
double. Yeah.
Oh, yes.
Absolutely.
Excellent.
Yeah. We're going to abstract things a little bit, Sessions. It doesn't take you long. It's this thing where you're out in the open air and then suddenly you've got that whoom, and you're you can hear the roaring in your inner ear as you're submerged. It's completely dark. All you've got is this hand that you're holding onto, dragging you further into what you don't know. You seem to be in some very kind of tight little passageway, sort of sub-aquatic, sub-soupy passageway, and you're dragged through the darkness. For all you know, though, it could be through a big, wide open space. You just don't know. There, most of the time, there you can kind of feel being enclosed. There are like ribs of tree roots, mangaroo roots around you. But before you know it, you are on an upslope. It feels like when you're being dragged by Hillary that you're moving faster than you were before.
Okay.
And you're pulled out from this soup up into a pool. You emerge in a pool in a chamber. You clearly must be deep within the lizardfolk lair. You're in a chamber that is fashioned out of roots and branches and sludge with a wet earth floor. There are decorations made of wood and clay beads hanging from the walls. Egg symbols everywhere. Also symbols of some kind of head, like a stylized lizard folk head, but with a kind of an oversized pate, like very shiny, bald pate.
I would ask if my religion or nature knowledge is.
Give me a quick religion. What is it? Is it a religion check? What is it?
Not well. There's religion. There's also nature.
Give me a religion check.
13.
You think it's they are effigies of barren, shiny
Barren, shiny head, if I'm not mistaken.
the deity of the lizard folk. Also, the egg symbols. You know enough about the lizard folk to know that they're obsessed with fertility and eggs and clutches of eggs and the continuation of their line and their folk. There's a little pit at the side of the room. There's the remnants of a fire. There are some open pots of herbs standing near the fire pit. The pool that you have surfaced in is sort of punctuated by mangaroo trunks that have been, or rather mangaroo trunks that have been hacked down to form little tables. There are a couple of figures in the room. One of them is a human in leather armor. You can't tell if they are alive or dead. They're certainly unconscious, or they are unmoving. They're motionless. And the other figure is a female human in the livery of Evenstar, the troops of Evenstar, of the Brotherhood of the Broken Staff, who are the kind of martial order of Evenstar. She is lying next to the other figure. She seems to be in a bad way, unconscious. Give me a perception check.
19.
19. She's got some kind of injury, a facial injury, an injury to the jaw. It looks like it's deliberately inflicted.
Okay. Like they're trying to stop her casting spells.
They could exactly be that, Sessions. That's a very, very perceptive of you, hence your perception check. And as you surface, just behind you, tagging on your coattails, Parker splutters up above the surface next to you and looks around. Hillary is there. She gestures to these two figures, but then she raises the universal sign of staying quiet. She raises a webbed finger to her lips, gestures in towards the east. You can see an opening to your east and west. To your east, you can hear the sound of movement, sort of growling, and she nods in that direction, holds a finger to her lips, and goes, "Shh, we must be quiet." And we move back to Cuthbert.
Cuthbert's going to try once again to attack this bloody king.
Yeah, King Charles the Fecund.
King Charles the Fecund. With class 14. Now I could use my Ort.
Miss.
You
can use your Ort dice.
I think I'll use my Ort dice on this next one, which I'll do again with a short sword.
That's
I'm
more
plus
like it.
23. I don't need the Ort dice. And the short sword damage is going to be 10. Plus, I'm going to add my sneak attack to that. Ooh, lovely. Another 12. So that's 22 points of damage with the short sword.
Okay, yeah.
And then I'm going to do my bonus action, which is attacking with that rapier. Oh, no. Rolled of a 19 to a 3. No, I imagine that's a miss.
No good.
And then... no, I'm not going to move. Because if I move, he's going to get an attack of opportunity, and that will kill me.
An attack of June.
The attack of June. I'm going to die in the next 5 minutes, I know. It's them. I'm going to die.
Well, no, there are three of you. There's every chance that it's not going to happen.
One of us will die.
But on the other hand, bad things are, in fact, about to happen.
Yeah.
The first bad thing that happens is Cuthbert. Something comes hurtling out of the dark to your south, coming out of the lair up the passageway. It's a lizard man. It runs up to you. It can't attack you. Yes? It's not a normal lizard man. You suspect, Cuthbert, that it is in fact Roger. Roger the worm-infested
Yes.
man. It's moving quickly for a zombie. It looks fierce. It's weaponless, but it is writhing with green worms crawling out of its eye sockets, crawling out of its mouth, and then up its nostrils, seething with them, and it comes rushing up towards you.
Looking to spread a good bit of worm infection.
Where's our cleric gone?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Actually, I'm probably closer now.
And the other fighter.
King Charles is going to go for 1-2 Cuthbert, 3-4 Burple, 5-6 Bugraft.
What?
3-4 Burple. Hey!
Oh, hey! Hey!
Sorry.
King Charles the Fecund, first of all, attacks with his bite.
Yeah.
Now I'm going to really sink my teeth into you, you little...
I'm really very cross.
God, I'm extremely angry. Rolling a 10, hitting armor class 17.
There's a miss.
Is a miss because of you and your annoying armor. And then he's attacking with his trident. Oh, I forgot to roll the d6. Oh well, whatever. Oh, it's a 2. The king is not doing very well. It's very annoying. King should be killing you, but he's not killing you. It's very annoying indeed. Okay. That was a miss with the 2. And we move on to Parker, who we join in the little lair of Hillary, deep in the lizardfolk structure. To your northwest, there's an opening. It leads into some sort of crossroads or some sort of junction area. It looks like there are passages heading off to the right and left, and then straight on into a large chamber that looks like it's got a raised area to its north, almost something that looks like a sort of throne area. It looks like it's built out of wood and large animal bones, and the floor is stained with old blood. There's no motion or movement or anybody in that direction, but you can hear something to the left. So looking at this crossroads, there's a passageway to the left. From that direction, you can hear some sound of kind of distress and agitation. Sounds like lizard folk. Very, very difficult to tell exactly what is distressing them or what they're trying to communicate. It's not language, it's just general sounds of distress.
Right.
What do you want to do?
I would like to ask Hillary if they could give us a little bit more information about what is going on in a very, very quiet voice.
The king is distracted. He's fighting your
Yes.
But next door is Josh. Josh is fiercely loyal to the king. Fiercely loyal. He has the other two captives. Now, I would rather that our tribe was no longer ruled by King Charles the Fecund. I think we should sue for peace with the people of Evenstar. If you will agree
I thought so.
to carry a message to the governors of Evenstar asking for a peace conference, yes,
Yes.
I am prepared to organize the transfer of the captives back to you, but we will have to deal with Josh first, assuming that your companions can equally deal with King Charles the Fecund. Do you understand?
We do.
Yes.
Excellent.
How can we trust you?
And what do you do?
That's
Fascinating.
I do this.
Eyes light up.
How can we trust you?
By trusting me.
Insight check.
Parker, do you want to make an insight?
Yes, I certainly do.
Can I make an
Plus
insight
5
check?
insight check.
I can't see why not. We're in a sort of out of combat, weird, abstracted zone.
Ooh, 13.
And 13. I mean, it's not bad. You think that Hillary's on the level?
20.
20. Yeah. Sessions, your sense is that Hillary is on the level.
How many people in the lair are behind him, and how many for the king?
Their loyalties will change like reeds in the wind if King Charles is defeated.
And Josh. And
Josh is another problem. He must be dealt with.
okay, where's Josh? And will you help?
Hillary nods to the east. I can help you.
Excellent.
In some
How
ways,
many people are in the next room?
Josh is always attended by one of his subalterns, Dido. She's a mean one with a trident.
Trident.
Right. So how much of this round...
For years and years now, I've been saying that we shouldn't be investing in our trident program, and we should be looking after the eggs and the general well-being of the lizardfolk lair, but they won't listen to me.
Okay, so then, given that, what I will do is stealthily move to here and have a peek.
Oh,
through
here!
there.
Great.
Sorry, I will. I'll say that again. I will stealthily climb out.
Brilliant.
I will stealthily climb out of the pool
Yes.
and move towards the entrance to the east.
Yeah, I understand.
have
Sort
a-
of trying to keep out of the way, try not to be spotted by Josh.
Yes.
Uncle Buggy.
Uncle Buggy. Uncle Buggy, you can see King Charles the Fecund, yeah, but behind Cuthbert now, there's this weird, wormy, zombie lizard folk that's run up the passageway. Yeah.
He's probably an enemy of King Charles II.
Fecund.
Fecund.
What?
King Charles the Fecund.
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 Cuthbert, if you got out of the way, they might actually attack each other.
Yes, I had thought that.
But anyway, I'm going to attack this guy in front of me. I'm rolling a 4.
Is there anything else to be said?
Shall I use my dice? Yes, why not?
Okay, yeah. Haven't you used it already? No, okay. Right. 6.
13. But hang on, I get another 1d6, don't I?
Yes.
Yeah, you do.
Yes, you do. 13 and a d6.
14.
I get to re-roll once.
14
On a D20.
is no good.
Beppel will strike the monstre un autre coat sur la tête.
Yeah.
Yeah, that means
Yep.
I will hit it one more time on the head.
Or will you?
I mean, it probably doesn't.
Let the
but
dice
here we go.
decide.
Yeah, let the just dice
Oh, yes,
decide
you
anything
did.
on across
The dice have decided.
25
Very nice.
for 13, and I will throw in the extra 3d6. Plus another 10, so that's 23. Wonder damage.
It is still alive.
That's my last bardic inspiration.
I think you've done it though, Dan. I think that was the tipping point. Well, I will also sneaky out of the pool and edge towards. Yeah, I want to sneakily have a peer around the corner, see if I can see. Yeah, okay. I can see there's a couple of guys in there.
Yeah, if you take a very sneaky peeky,
Mm-hmm.
I think if you're going to peek around the corner so that you can see in there, you need to give me a stealth check. I think that's reasonable.
Okay.
Here comes the one. Here comes the one.
20.
Oh, okay. You're not detected. There are a couple of figures in that chamber.
Hmm.
Let me describe.
Can I tell the difference between
See.
Josh and Dido?
So yeah, looking in, there's one large sleeping pallet that covers much of the floor in the northern part of the room. There's the half-eaten carcass of a man-sized snake lying there. There's a large lizardfolk wearing a armor that looks like it's made out of the carapace of a giant spider.
Oh, God. Okay. Mm-hmm.
It's pacing around the chamber. You can see a couple of huddled figures at the far side of the chamber that you think might actually be humanoids lying in the shadows. It's pacing around looking agitated. It's looking indecisive, Sessions. It's basically looking like it can hear the sound of activity all around it and it doesn't know which way to turn. And it is kind of chuntering, barking, grizzling at a figure that is out of sight. But you can hear responses from that figure. Slightly higher pitch, slightly more chittery. I think that's a pretty good description.
Okay, and just because I've kind of lost track of where are the bodies that we saw that were.
Oh, your two, the two other captives, the soldier and the battle mage, the Marzada, are lying in the northern part of the chamber that you're in.
So, like, up against the northern wall.
Yeah, up against the northern wall.
So-
That's right, tucked against the northern wall.
Okay, and the huddled figures that we thought I see in the background.
It's much too difficult to tell. I mean, we're talking about.
I'm
couple
just
of
I'm trying to figure out where I've seen them.
They are both slumped or lying against the northern wall of the chamber with this figure pacing around in it.
Hillary, what's the quickest way back to our colleagues? We will do this with you. I give Hillary the thumbs up that we're interested in this proposition, and I want to just get a sense of which way we need to go to get back to the rest of our colleagues.
We're at the far side of our lair from your colleagues. The quickest way to return would probably be to return back through my secret passageway, or we could run through the lair, but there are many allies of the king at the moment.
Right. So what do you suggest we do?
We need to think about, first of all, dealing
Overpowering
with
Josh.
overpowering Josh, but also I must concentrate on the eggs. I can hear sounds of distress from the direction of the egg chamber.
Right.
And we move on to Cuthbert.
This other one hasn't attacked him yet. So in terms of rules, if Cuthbert moves away out of his threatened square, does that?
No, there'll be an attack of opportunity if it's an opponent. Yeah.
Yeah. So I can then just take the disengage action completely.
Yes, you could take the disengage action, and you'd be free to move away from both of those
Yes.
opponents, both the zombie and the king. Yeah.
Yeah.
But do you
So-
have a cunning action?
I do have a cunning action.
So don't you want to attack, then take the cunning action to disengage and move away?
Yeah, I could attack the king with one attack and then take the disengage action as the cunning action. That is what I will do with so using my short sword against the king.
Yep.
Rolling hitting it armor class
be enough.
23 short sword hitting with 7 points of damage against the king.
Yes, okay, the king is looking very unwell.
And then I will disengage to... I think I'll go and sneak behind Burple.
So you're basically darting away from the king and this zombie.
Yeah.
And setting yourself up so you've got Burple in between you and the enemies.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Okay.
Yeah, no, completely. Barefaced cowardice.
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
King
Shit.
sidesteps. Yes.
Yeah, I'm dead.
And breathes on Burple and Cuthbert. Can you both make DC 15 dexterity saves?
God.
doomed.
Burple gets fucking cocking.
Critical fail, double damage.
One. There's no such thing as a critical fail, but a 1 from Burple. Yeah, and Cuthbert.
Cuthbert
Oh.
rolls 12. Cuthbert's dead.
How many hit points is Cuthbert on?
15.
He's not going to be dead. He's just going to be on 0, right?
He's got 15 hit points. You're going to have to roll badly.
He's got 50 hit points left.
Yeah.
15.
He's going to be fine. He's going to be fine.
You're rolling 20s.
No, I'm rolling
Exactly 15.
15.
Look, 15 points of damage.
15.
Cuthbert is down, I take it.
Cuthbert is on 0.
Okay. Burple?
How does this thing look?
No, it's not your round. I'm just finding out how you are.
Oh, I'm on 6. I've got 16 left.
Okay, fine. This zombie creature rushes up and will attack either Burple or Bugraft.
No.
Does one of you have
the king?
It's a very good point, Johnny.
There is absolutely there is a chance it would attack the king. 1, 2, it attacks the king. 3, 4, it attacks Burple. 5, 6, it attacks Bugraft.
Well,
A 4,
Fuck off.
worst response
Burple.
possible, I think.
it attacks Burple.
Would it not? What about Cuthbert?
I mean, there's a case to be made.
There is a case to be made, definitely. Yeah.
I don't think it's that crazy that it's going to. I don't think it's that crazy that it's going to
Cuthbert's down. Isn't he?
run round. Yeah, Cuthbert is down. It's not going to run round and attack. So and it's not that crazy.
I've used my Ort dice as well.
But you
Shit.
do either of you have healing spells left?
I do, yeah.
So you can stabilise Cuthbert if needed. Assuming
Yeah, but this thing's
don't
about
need
to
them.
attack me.
Yeah,
I've got
okay.
spare the dying. I can do it as well.
Okay. What it's going to do is
Thing that's just to run away.
going to
Breathe a load
attack.
of maggots, green maggots all over Burple.
It's going to attack Burple with its first attack. It's writhing with worms.
Nightmare, yeah.
It misses
Misses.
it with it.
Yeah.
It rolls an 8. It hits armor class 14, and then with its second attack,
Oh, God.
it fires a worm.
What? At Bugraft.
It can fire a worm at any one of you 4.
Mm.
Yep.
Mm.
It's not rational. We're going to roll a d4. 1, it's King Charles the Fecund. 2, it's Burple Herbish. 3, it is Cuthbert Outsplinter. 4,
Cuthbert's
it is
down.
Uncle.
Is he going to go for Cuthbert?
Yeah. Oh,
It's a
definitely.
breeding worm.
Yeah, to be honest,
3.
I should. To be honest, I should be weighting this for Cuthbert, but I'm not going to. On a 4, it's Uncle Buggy. Rolling a d4,
It's going to be 3.
getting a 1.
It's the king.
King.
Lovely.
It
Oh shit! It's going to
fires-
turn the king into an undead.
Well, this could be extremely bad news for all of you. It fires a worm at the king. Rolling a
It misses.
missing the king with a worm. Missing the king with a worm.
Oh, this is horrible.
This is really, really horrible, and it's all going to get so much worse.
Oh, was it?
And we'll find out just how horrible next time.
I'm dying.
No.
The Billowing Hilltop podcast is a Billowing Hilltop production. Dungeons & Dragons is a trademark of Wizards of the Coast. Encounter at Blackwall Keep and Age of Worms are copyright Paizo. Encounter at Blackwall Keep was written by Sean K. Reynolds. Music is from Kevin MacLeod and Incompetech.com and is used with thanks under the Creative Commons license. Additional music and sound effects come from the wonderful Sirenscape. All other original material is copyright Billowing Hilltop. Role-playing games are all about getting people together, and we use Roll20 as our tabletop, the perfect place to host your game, and Discord to host our chat. Thanks for listening!